foot stomping through the pines. Aliens sending secret signs. EVPs in the dead of night. Ghosts dancing in the pale moonlight. Paranormal for a long we bring it to ya. Truth behind the veil, gotta pursue ya. Talking about the strange, the freaky, the weird. Fearless, we dive where others can see ya. Portal opens in the woods so deep. Creatures crawl from a timeless sleep. Lights in the sky, they flicker and blaze. Signals from beyond these earthly days.
All right.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to this Thursday night.
Yes, we got an awesome show for you tonight. Jason kind of found this and it's like, Dave, let's do a show on it. I'm like, hey, that's interesting. Let's do it.
I mean, it's nothing paranormal, but
No,
it's very interesting.
It's interesting. And we've done a show similar to this before.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this story really captivated me. I watched it, a documentary about it, and thought we should do a story about it. But it's nothing paranormal. I mean, it's just history.
yes. Well, it's a little treasure in history.
Yeah, a little treasure in history. There's Sugar Mama waving in the window.
Is she? I can't see her.
So we're going to be talking about Victorio Peak. I don't know if anybody's heard of that or not, but it's a story of Doc Noss and Babe Noss. It's a treasure story. So the story of the Victoria Peak treasure, it's multi-generational. Relentless quest that began with one man and it consumed the lives of his entire family. It continues to this day. It's a tale of an alleged discovery, a tragic murder, and an epic legal and political battle against guess who?
The government.
The man.
The man.
Yeah. We love these stories.
Yes. So there's a stage of volcanic and tectonic activity. Victorio Peak is not an isolated mountain, but a distinct geological formation within a larger active landscape. Now, it is part of a basin and a range province, a vast area of the western United States and northwestern Mexico, characterized by a series of north-south trending mountain ranges, which are separated by flat valleys. Now, this landscape was formed over the last 30 million years by the stretching and thinning of the Earth's crust. Now, as the Earth's crust pulled apart, it created a series of parallel faults, causing blocks of the land to tilt and rise, thus the ranges. Now, while others dropped and became basins, so Victoria Peak itself is believed to be a volcanic dome or a volcanic neck. It's a structure formed from the slow extrusion of highly viscous magma. Now, this type of volcanic activity can create a complex internal structures, including lava tubes, fissures, and caves, which could plausibly serve as natural vaults. Now, the rock of the peak is igneous rock.
Indigenous.
So it's a type of rock formed from cooled lava. Now, while this rock doesn't typically contain gold ore, the geological activity in the region has created hydrothermal systems where mineral-rich hot water rises through fissures and deposits valuable minerals like gold, silver, and copper in veins. So the land itself provides a plausible geological backdrop for the existence of a naturally occurring cavern or a rich mineral deposit. However, this treasure story is not about a natural gold vein. It is about a cache of processed, refined gold bars. Now, this leads us to the historical theories about this and its origin. So, how did the treasure get there?
how did it get there? We got like 3 theories that could be possible. I mean,
Anything's possible.
yeah.
On
So
the show you watched, do they have theories of their
yeah,
own?
well, yeah, because I mean they pull up out of this cavern swords, all kinds of jewelry. It looks like, you know, it's somebody's stuff that has been raided or something, you know.
Gotcha.
So the first theory is the Spanish colonial hoard. Now, this is the most popular and romantic theory.
Hmm.
What's up, Stephen? We're talking about Victorio Peak and the story of Doc Noss and Babe Noss. So, this theory suggests the treasure was masked by the Spanish during their colonial rule of New Mexico from 1598 to 1821. Now, the Spanish were avid prospectors, and their historical records mention significant mining operations in the region. So, the theory proposes that the treasure could be from a royal bullion train, a shipment of gold and silver being transported from a rich Spanish mine in Mexico to the southwest to Santa Fe or beyond. Now, such shipments could have been intercepted by the Apache.
Okay.
The Apache tribes and the surviving soldiers or friars could have sealed it in the cavern to hide it. You know, this is supported by Doc Noss's claim of finding skeletons in Spanish era armor.
Wow.
Many stories tell of priests or friars who secretly mine gold and silver to fund their missions. When facing hostile tribes or political unrest, they would have buried their wealth to keep it from falling into the wrong hands. The remote and inaccessible location of Victorio Peak makes it the perfect hiding spot for such a secret.
Okay.
Now, that's just one of the theories.
So that's theory 1. What's
This
theory 2?
theory 2 is my favorite,
Is it?
and that's yours. You can take it over.
So theory 2 says it may be Apache war chest.
Yes.
So is this where what the family believes it is?
Yeah, the family thinks it's was native tribes of Apache that would rob people coming through there and take their hoard and stash it in this sacred place. Because they pulled out swords, jewels. There was some gold bars. I don't want to get into the story right now, but they were 7 different brands of gold bars, like from 7 different people for 7 different civilizations.
Okay. That's interesting. So now theory 2 attributes the treasure to the Apache themselves. So Chief Victorio, for whom the peak is named, and his warriors were famous for their raids on Mexican and American settlements, also on stagecoaches and military outposts. Now, they were highly skilled at using their terrain to their advantage, and it is very plausible that they could have accumulated a significant amount of wealth from these raids. The gold and other valuables could be spoils of war, taken from stagecoaches, military payrolls, or settlements. Now, the Apache would have needed a secure, secret location to store their wealth, and the isolated Victorio Peak would have served that purpose perfectly. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's my favorite, theory, because I do believe that the Apache did raid everybody that came through there. So we have one more theory. Oh, baby girl, a little bit late.
That's all right.
Started my popcorn.
Yes.
Well,
Hey.
to let you in on it, we're talking about Victorio Peak. It's not really paranormal, but I myself wanted to do this story because it's a good story.
Yeah, it's
to tell. And it's a story of Doc and Babe Noss treasure hunt. And we're right now we're at the theory part, so we're going to be telling the story here in just a minute. So theory 3 would be the Mexican imperial treasure. So now this theory is less common, but it's still intriguing. It's linked to the brief and chaotic reign of Emperor Maximilian. Now this is something that they did bring up, and it okay, we'll get to it. I don't want to spoil it. Maximilian I of Mexico in the 1860s. So after the French invasion, Maximilian attempted to establish a European monarchy. But he was eventually overthrown and executed, and the theory suggests that Maximilian's loyalist or sympathetic Mexican military officers facing defeat, they secretly moved a large portion of the imperial treasure north to New Mexico. And they was trying to keep it out of the hands of, the opposing forces. So this hoard was then buried and sealed within the peak, waiting for a chance to be recovered that never came. Now, the story of the Victorio Peak treasure is generational, a relentless quest that began with one man and consumed the lives of his entire family. It's a tale of an alleged discovery, the tragic murder of its discoverer, and the epic legal battle. So let me elaborate on this Maximilian treasure. So Maximilian was the emperor, right? The Mexican emperor. His wife had a crown, and it was full of jewels. And one of the pieces that were recovered by Doc and Babe was a crown. She said it had all kinds of precious stones, and then one black something.
Like obsidian or something?
No, it wasn't obsidian. It was maybe like a black ruby. I don't know. It was something like that, but they actually found that. And I just wanted to mention that.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. Steven says there's a story he heard a lot growing up about a tunnel that goes under the river that goes to an old round house in Tellico to a mansion. I think I've heard that story. On the other side of the river, it's about where they built the bridge over the river. Supposedly, the Confederates used it to smuggle guns and the famous Confederate gold. Black emerald. I think that's what it was. Black emerald. One in the center of the crown. It was
I bet you that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's black. I've only ever seen green emeralds. So
this man lost his life over this treasure. It's crazy. So we're going to start telling the story.
Does the family still have pieces of this treasure?
Apparently, they do. I mean, there's still the last information about it was the family was trying to get access to the site again from the government. So hopefully they were this close to finding the cavern, feet away. And the military came in and said, nope, shut it down. So baby girl says the roundhouse is on the right side of the road going up the river.
Hmm.
And this is where's this at? Vonor or Tellico? That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
So David's going to start the story. I mean, this is
Tellico Plains.
Tellico Plains.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the story belongs to Milton Ernest, or Doc Noss, and his wife, Ova Babe Noss. Now, in November of 1937, while on a deer hunting trip in New Mexico's Hembrillo Basin, Doc Noss discovered a man-made shaft leading into Victorio Peak. Now, he descended into the dark and he found a labyrinth of caverns and a very macabre scene. There were dozens of human skeletons, some of which were tied to stakes. Now, the real discovery, however, was the immense treasure hoard. Now, according to Doc and Babe's accounts, the caverns held Spanish colonial artifacts, jewels, a gold statue of the Virgin Mary, and most incredibly, thousands of blackened iron bars. It was Babe who, upon seeing one of the bars, insisted Doc clean it. Now, the act revealed a brilliant, solid gold bar, confirming a find of biblical proportions. Now, the couple estimated the hoard to be around 16,000 bars, a potential value of billions of dollars. That was in the 30s.
Yeah.
So
I mean, imagine
hundreds of billions today.
finding 16,000 gold bars.
Dude,
Plus all these other
I
artifacts.
would never sleep. I'd be hauling that stuff out.
Well, apparently they were doing it quite a bit.
Were they?
But it was one. I ain't gonna mess the story up. So
now, for the next 2 years, the couple worked in secret, living in a tent at the base of the peak. Doc, a wiry man, was the only one small enough to fit down the narrow shaft, while Babe, a larger woman, assisted from the surface. Now, Doc would retrieve 2 bars at a time, along with other artifacts, including a crown with 243 diamonds.
yeah, that's the crown.
He was deeply paranoid, hiding the retrieved gold in various secret caches around the desert, refusing to even tell Babe the locations. Now, the first act of greed, however, was not from an outsider, but from Noss himself. Impatient to access the full treasure, he decided in 1939 to use dynamite to widen the entrance to the shaft. Now, the blast, a catastrophic miscalculation, caused a massive cave-in, sealing the entrance and trapping the majority of the treasure inside. Now, the couple was effectively locked out of their fortune. The subsequent years were a spiral of desperation. The Gold Reserve Act of 1934 made it illegal for private citizens to own gold bullion, forcing Doc to deal with the black market. Now, the strain led to his and Babe's divorce in 1945. Doc's request to re-access the peak ended tragically on March 5th, 1949, when he was shot and killed by a business associate named Charlie Ryan during a heated argument over the treasure. Doc Noss died with only $2.16 in his pocket.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
And he died with the knowledge of where he hid those gold bars.
So all the stuff that already, over those years where he hid everything, including the crown, I guess.
Gone. And that's where this guy, Charlie, was trying to get Doc to tell him where he hid the gold bars and stuff on the ranch, and he wouldn't do it. So Doc went over to his house, as I remember it, and knocked on the door, and Charlie Ryan came out and pulled a gun on him. So Doc ran back to his car to try to get his pistol and shot him in the back, killed him. And he died right there. Nobody knows where it went.
Wow.
It's
Baby
crazy.
girl says $2 was still a lot of money back then. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Steven says, oh, he's sure it was a business associate. Yeah. So the family's crusade, which was Babe and her heirs. With Doc's death, the treasure hunt was taken over by, of course, it was his ex-wife now, Babe, and her children. So she became the matriarch of the search, dedicating the remainder of her life to fighting for her family's claim. Now, her legal battles were complicated by a major development after World War II. Victorio Peak, guess what? It was incorporated into the White Sands Missile Range. A highly restricted military installation.
Absolutely.
And the mountain was now off limits. But, she refused to give up. And for decades, she lobbied officials, wrote to presidents, and filed numerous lawsuits. And her relentless pursuit attracted media attention and kept the story alive. Despite the government's consistent denial of the treasure's existence, Babe's tenacity was fueled by eyewitness accounts. Now, these were eyewitness accounts of this treasure.
Right.
From military personnel, because they were out there watching them for some time, pulling this stuff up.
Huh. So I doubt if it was ever there now.
Yeah,
Our government took it.
They got it.
Yeah. They
So
took it.
some of the personnel stationed at White Sands who claimed to have seen gold bars and other artifacts in caves suggested a secret government operation to remove the gold.
Guarantee that.
So in the 70s, Babe's persistent efforts to led to a major breakthrough. Under pressure from Congress, the U.S. Army approved a highly publicized expedition in 1977 known as Operation Goldfinder.
Goldfinger. $1 million.
I don't know. This was in New Mexico.
Yeah.
So Babe and her family was present when they were doing this, and the military used a lot of heavy equipment and modern technology to search for the sealed cavern. However, weeks of searching, they found nothing, and the official report concluded that the treasure didn't exist. Yeah, they had already found it.
Mm-hmm.
So, unwavering in her belief, Babe continued her fight until her death in 1979, and the torch was then passed to the next generation, primarily her grandson, Terry Delonis. So there had to be something there for this whole family to go through this.
What's funny to me is that, all of what they found before is hidden somewhere on their ranch.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you go searching your ranch? Because they've got metal detectors that can penetrate pretty dang far down. And they can distinguish between ferrous and non-ferrous metals.
I think the whole ranch may be the range, right? The missile range. I'm not sure if they took all the land or just that peak.
Right. Well, I mean, from the sounds of it, that peak was never theirs. They were just hunting there.
Yeah.
And they set up camp.
Well, I think the military annexed it after the war.
Right.
And incorporated it into the White Sands Missile Range.
Right. It's probably just a place you could go hunting and do all kinds of stuff up until that point. So I would start looking for the crap that they hid, because she knows everything that they hid.
Yeah. Well,
she was part of it.
Well, it said that he didn't even tell her where he hid it.
But that's what I'm saying. But she knows what was pulled up, though.
Yeah.
And he did sell some of it off, because he said that he sold it to black markets and stuff like that. but there still had to be quite a bit of it there. For him to die with $2 in his pocket, he didn't sell a lot of it.
No.
Because even on the black market, he could have got more than that for a gold bar.
Steven says y'all need to hear the theory from wait a minute. Where'd I go?
He's right here. He went up a little bit.
Need to hear the theory from the guys at Appalachian Intelligence about how some of these families in Appalachia to find old spirits and to harvest the material in the mountains that is older than bones. There's even a famous gold people have tried to find from Appalachia.
Yeah, I heard a story that, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Eddie from Legends and Lore that told me something about a story of some gold that was hidden, and it's right around this area, somewhere here in East Tennessee.
Yeah, Stephen mentioned that Eddie told him that same story.
Yeah. And that him and another guy have gone before metal detecting trying to find it, but I think there's quite a few people that have tried to find this.
Cherokee stole the gold from Spanish.
Yes, that's the story. Yep. And they hid it somewhere, but no one knows where it is. Yeah. So we do have some stuff around here that's like this too.
I'd like to go on a good treasure hunt. Be fun.
Yeah. Could be rewarding.
Yeah.
If you find it. Now, Terry Delonis grew up steeped in the lore of the treasure. As head of the Ova-Nos family partnership, he continued his grandmother's crusade with renewed vigor. Now, his decades-long effort has become a modern-day treasure hunt, meticulously documented in books and media. In the 90s, the ONFP, or Ova-Nos Family Partnership, was granted a new round of limited access to Victorio Peak. Now, this time, the family and their team brought in geologists, historians, and advanced surveying equipment. Now, their searches, which lasted several years, were marked by both hope and frustration. They conducted a series of drilling operations and excavations, following geological anomalies that seemed to match Doc's descriptions. Now, while they never found the main treasure, they did uncover artifacts and evidence of a cavern system within the mountain. One of the works was a significant effort to shift the story from pure folklore to more of a scientific investigation. Now, despite their persistent efforts, Terry Delonis and his family never found the mother lode. They were continually met with resistance from the military and the complexities of the terrain. The conspiracy theories of government seizure of the gold continues to be a part of the narrative, with Delonis and his supporters suggesting that any lack of discovery is proof of an earlier clandestine operation. Now, to this day, they maintain their legal claim to the treasure, and the story of Victorio Peak treasure remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of the West. And it does kind of show what, people looking for treasures and lost gold and stuff like that, how it draws people into those stories. Because heck, it drew you into it, and now it's drawn me into it, And also, a family that's dedicated their lives and multi-generations to try to discover it and to retrieve it.
Yeah, the story is really intriguing, and I was interested in it. I've watched the documentary. I think you can watch the documentary on one of the streaming channels. Can't remember which one, but it's good. It shows pictures and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't look for it on their property.
Yeah.
because the old man hid it somewhere.
Somewhere. It's out there. Imagine 16,000 gold bars. That's a lot of gold. That's like, I
I'd
think
say
he said they estimated it at $2.8 billion today.
I would say that crown alone, just for it being what it was, not even the inherent value of what was in the crown or what the crown itself was made of, but just the property itself would make it worth probably priceless. I mean, it'd be a priceless artifact.
Yeah.
And you could put that let people take pictures of it, and your family would be wealthy for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And no one ever even touched the artifact.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think they said that Babe took it to get it appraised, the crown. And the guy was just amazed, and that's how she knew it had 200 and so many diamonds and one of those black stones. And they didn't tell her how much it was worth, but she said they just said it was very old. So
that's insane.
Yeah. I don't know if it has to do anything with the Confederates, with the help of the Queen of England, move their gold. It may be, but I think the indigenous Apaches, it was their hoard.
Those raiding parties went and got the stuff.
I don't think the original people hid it there, because the peak was named after an Apache chief, and that was their spot, to do
their
rituals and a lot of things.
Right. That's interesting, but it's also interesting how at the beginning, they talk about the king of Mexico and the crown, but then they found this crown.
Yeah.
So could those men have been moving it up through there, and then they've been raided, and then that be...
Yeah.
But what's weird is that they found skeletons with armor still on.
Tied to stakes. Yeah. It's pretty wild.
That's interesting.
So there you have it. That's our story.
That's it.
Victorio Peak. And it is an unfinished story of Doc Noss and Babe Noss. So hope everybody enjoyed it.
I thought it was interesting. You're going to have to share with me where you watched it so I could watch it.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up again and find it.
Yeah, I've gone and panned in a few places. Come up with a little bit of stuff here and there.
Yeah.
Just got to know the law when you do it. If you're doing it in Tennessee, and I think a lot of states are this way, but if you're panning in a like state of Tennessee, you don't have to have a license or anything, but you can get a license. They're free. It doesn't cost nothing to pan, but you can never touch the walls of the river or stream or anything. Yep, you can't touch them.
Can't dig in it.
None.
You can dredge in the water.
You can dredge, and you could dredge. That's what I was talking about as far as the free part.
Yeah.
Most places charge you, like you have to get a sticker or whatever. It charge you for dredging.
Yeah, there's a place over in, I think it's Coker Creek, that the visitor center, you can buy your license and all kinds of gold stuff to go.
Right, and it's really free. So
yeah,
if you go through the state, you don't even have to pay for a license. But dredging, you have to have a license. But again, it's free. But you could only dredge in the center of you can't get towards the banks. Yeah, I was like, man, that'd be fun. But you know how much money you would spend doing that?
Yeah, quite a bit.
A lot of money. Yeah, you can and dislodge a lot of, as far as stuff like that. Like ginseng honey. Hey, I've done ginsenging. I did that for years. My uncle did it for a living for a long time. So, and I learned ginsenging
What's
from
the
them.
most money you've made from a ginseng haul?
I had one root that weighed about a pound. Now it dries about 4 to 1. Back then it was going for about $1,400 something a pound dried.
Dang.
It's probably still somewhere around there. Maybe even more, but it was at the top of a hill and it was a huge plant. I mean, it come up to my waist. I've never seen one that big before. It was like the tops on it had 85. So every year it grows a new little top. So it's kind of like a ring of a tree. So you can count them.
So
It was
it's
85 years old. And it was this big. It was literally like this. But then it was at the very top of a hill. I looked down. Every year it dropped its berries. And that sucker all the way down that hill was just ginseng. I had a lot of ginseng. Yeah. No, I've never been ramp digging.
I've been wanting to go to that ramp festival they have. Oh,
I like onions.
yeah, I do.
I can eat onions now.
Hey, we got some news.
We do.
David's going to share with you.
Everybody, we hope that you enjoyed the show tonight and everything. Oh, my legs, my butt burn just thinking about ginseng. And man, I love digging ginseng. I haven't done it in years, but so everybody is familiar with, hold on a second. Everybody's familiar with this, right? It's our book, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore. Edition 2, our, I guess you'd say it's our second book, but it's really our first real book.
Yeah.
So we still have this book, but within this week, we got 2 books that are coming out.
Yes, sir.
Not 1, but 2. So the first one is called A Comprehensive Guide to Paranormal Investigations. It is a very thick book, very big book. This one will be coming. Oh, it's green.
Yeah.
It's green.
Here, let me fix it so people can see it.
But where it doesn't show anything right now, it says A Comprehensive Guide to Paranormal Investigations. And it's a really nice book. It's kind of a Paranormal Investigations 101 type book. It goes through everything that you need to know to do paranormal investigations.
It goes a little deeper than just the basics.
It goes very deep. You can learn the basics, but it goes further than the basics.
Yeah.
Much further. So that one will be coming out within the next week. And we got one more. This is kind of a companion book. It's not a book, it's a journal. So this is the Haunted Ledger. So it's a journal. And we're very big proponents that if you are going ghost hunting or anything, you should journal, because sometimes you could find correlations between what you felt, what happened, and evidence that you find around that same time. And so page 1, page 2, and then you could, this is one investigation.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. There's 100 investigations in this book that you could write down.
Is there 100 or 50?
No, 100.
100?
I think so. Wait. You might be right. There's only 100 pages, right?
Right.
So I'm sorry. There's 50 investigations. Jason's right. He does math better than me right now. 100 divided by 2 is 50, right? But there's 50 investigations in this book. So you do 50 paranormal investigations, page 1, page 2.
Yeah, write them down and record all your analysis and everything.
Yes. Yeah. So both of these books will be out this week by the end of probably by the middle of next week.
Yeah, on Amazon.
Yep. And I will have the links for them once they come up.
Yeah.
on our page also. So you go to paranormal411.org and click the links just like you can with our other book. And hopefully you guys will like it. When
Yeah.
and where can we get it? Yep. So they'll be on, you could go to our website, but it'll just take you to Amazon.
Steven, I know, wants a signed copy, so you'll probably just get it from us sometime when we get copies in.
Yep. Yep. And I see these two books as book and companion. You buy this book to get a comprehensive guide. You buy this book to journal what it is when you do your investigations. Yeah. And so you buy both of these books, and then after that, just after 50 investigations, you'll just buy another one of these.
Yeah.
So you'll have the journal and the book. Pretty cool.
Yeah. It took us almost a year to finish that big book, and then I don't know how long it took on the journal, but
about the same amount of time. Yeah, because you do it, you look at it, and you're like, it's missing this or it's missing that, or lines don't look right. Just all kinds of. It's just crazy.
Multiple proofs have been ordered.
Yes. Yep. So, but hope everybody would enjoy them, and as much as we've enjoyed putting them together.
Yeah.
So
this Saturday we got John Russell, psychic author. His books are award-winning books. He's been on Coast to Coast. We've had him on the show a couple of times.
Yeah, this will be like his third time or fourth time.
Yeah, he's a really great guy. Hope you join us Saturday.
He's got a new book out, right?
Yeah, The Sack Can Ghost. So it's about his paranormal experiences.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, can't wait.
It's going to be awesome.
Saturday at 8 p.m. Don't miss it. All right.
You invited me, hoping to go. Can I get the book through Eddie? I don't do investigations. I got feathers. Bok, bok, bok.
We will get you a book, baby girl. Don't worry.
Yep.
Oh, is he going back to the courthouse?
He is. I didn't say nothing to you because we have a show.
Yeah, we got a show. So
yeah, I told Eddie. I said I'd love to go, but we've got a show this Saturday, so we won't be able to go.
Yeah, it would be good if we could, but
yeah,
we got a show.
Yep. If we could get one of them scheduled at a time where we don't have a show, then we definitely would go back because that place is awesome.
This Saturday, Stephen, I know you're going to be at the Bigfoot Town Hall here in Loudon. We're going to be there just walking around probably and eating some hot dogs and conversing.
Yep, listening to
so we'll see you there.
People talk.
Yeah, and if anybody else wants to come, we're going to be there.
Yep. Say hi to us if you see us.
It's at Jason, the VFW here in Loudon.
Yeah.
I think at what time?
It is 10 to 2.
10 to 2.
Yep. 10 to 2. It starts at 10 and it ends at 2. So definitely be there.
Mr. Matt Sieber will be there.
Yes. Get to see Mr. Matt
Steven will be there. I don't know who else. I think, what was his name?
Oh,
James.
Yeah. From Mountain something.
Yeah.
He's going to be there. Sorry, James. Steven says he can't make it. What? You could smoke wings and not be there or still make it.
Put it on auto and
just put it on 180.
Leave for a couple of hours anyway.
180 and all but down. And
you got to smoke them for a couple of hours anyway.
Yeah. I'm used to smoking something and it taking 24 hours. So
yeah,
I really could go do whatever I want to do. But thanks everybody for showing up and being part of the show. And we really appreciate you. Right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So remember, find us at paranormal411.org, Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. Tune in live every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m., Saturdays from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, also on Saturdays from 10 to 11, if you're in the metro Atlanta area, you can catch us at WDJY-FM. That's 99.1 FM. Now, for listeners outside of Atlanta, you can still listen at WDJYFM.com. Or you go to the link on our website at paranormal411.org. We're also on Subspace Radio and all major podcast platforms. Remember, our book out, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2, is available on Amazon or at paranormal411.org. Plus our 2 new ones that are about to be out next week. Join us. Yes, thank you. See you Saturday. Don Russell.
Yes, see you Saturday.
Have a good night.
Have you ever wondered what lurks in the shadows? What secrets the night hides? What strange phenomena might be happening just beyond your perception? Join us as we journey into the world of the paranormal, exploring everything from ghosts and UFOs to cryptids and unexplained occurrences. From haunted houses to all things paranormal, join us in the search for the truth behind the veil. Welcome to Paranormal 411.